one and all present over here. Now, my name is Yatan Kumar, and today's my topic for my MTech project is the design and analysis of six DOF, that is degree of freedom pipeline support of flexibility against the thermal load. Right. So, moving to the content of my PPT, it is introduction to the various codes which are used in piping, various literature survey, various type of abbreviation and symbols used, abstract, what is critical pipeline, why the pipeline supports are required, why the special supports are required, aim and objective of my project, methodology, advantage, disadvantages of this particular piping supporting system, and expected outcome. Now, introduction. Now, whenever we say or we talk about the critical pipelines, mostly industries are using or handling the fluid which is having high pressure and high temperature, along with sometimes toxicity, flammability, and other hazardous property associated with all type of handling fluid. Now, the industry which we are talking about is mostly handling petrochemicals or pharmaceutical project. Also, sometimes inclusion of a steam generation plant, thermal plants, gas turbine, power plants, etc. Now, the pipe supports are nothing but the supports which do a kind of supporting to the pipeline, which are heavy. Sometimes we carry them together, considering the space availability and all, and it is carries the fluid from one part to another, one place to another place, or one equipment to another equipment, depending upon the conditions, the flow rate, depending upon the temperature, pressure, and another physical as well as chemical properties. Now, whenever we say the pipeline, so along with the pipeline, there are fittings comes. The fittings are such as reducers, flanges, couplings, or you can say some type of strainers, and many more things are associated. Tees, elbows are also part of the fitting community. Now, this pipeline always supported with a three type of support. One is anchor support, another one is you can say fixed support, and another, sorry, fix, not fix, but it is anchor, it is rest support, and another one is guide support. Now, most of these supports takes entire load of the pipeline. Also, they sometimes absorb the shocks as well as the thermal expansion in a particular direction. Now, whenever we say the pipeline support, so the assembly is very important, which is decided based on the weight, and all the calculations being done based on how much amount of weight at a particular supporting point is being done. Also, it is supported by some of the pipe analytical softwares, such as 3D, the 3D pipe or auto pipe and scissor tools. These are some of the softwares which are used. Now, whenever supports are used, they are classified into three types. One is rigid, elastic, and adjustable type of supports. Moving to next. Now, most of the codes which are we follow in the pipeline system is derived from the ASME. Now, this ASME stands for American Society of Mechanical Engineers. 31.1 is the 31 series is one of the most so it is a type of a code which is followed in the piping industry. So there is 31.1 for a power piping, 31.3 for the process piping, 31.4 for the transportation of the liquid hydrocarbon, 31.5 is for the refrigeration piping, and so on. So these all the pipings are mostly used. API file is another type of code which is used for the construction of the piping made up of a steel pipe, and which is mostly used for the transportation of fluid from one country to another. So that is called as the cross country pipelines. Now, so some of the papers which I have came across. The first one is the design and analysis of the piping system with using Scissor 2. So Scissor 2 is nothing but a software which is most of the industry using for the analysis of the pipeline and deciding which type of support we have to give. Then stress analysis of the process pipeline using Scissor 2. Now, as we know, there are two type of pipelines. One is power and one is process. Process is related to all kind of chemical, petrochemical industry, and power piping is related to the mostly to the steam type of industry. So here also Scissor 2 software is available and used. Then there is a use of PLC that is mentioned in the third paper. So PLC we can use, and we can handle the flow rate, or you can say we control the flow rate of, or you can say emptying any kind of vessel or charging any kind of vessel that we can do. And also there are some PLC controllers which are mostly often used in a pipeline industry for the further kind of automation or the control. Then also there is a flexibility and the stress analysis of the pipeline using scissor 2, that is mostly done in most of the industry. Flexibility is something that we have to provide to any type of pipeline where there is a thermal expansion is possible. We can't stop the expansion in all the direction, rather we have to control it, or you can say make it in such a way that we can give the flexibility to the pipeline. Now these are the various type of abbreviation or the symbols which are used for the various type of fitting as well as the walls which are associated with the pipelines. Moving next is the abstract of my project. So here in this particular project I'm going to make a new support, that is allowing the 6 degree of support. So as we know, 6 degree of freedom is nothing but the motion, or you can say displacement in xx yy and zz direction along with the movement of the pipeline about its center line. So it may be dx or you can say mx, my and mz. So the support which will it is a kind of flexible support will be provided. This is not used in any type of industry, let me tell you. And this proposal I'm giving to the industry, because when I met the industry people I understood that they are looking for something like this, and as they know that I'm having the knowledge of some automation, so they recommended this type of support to me. So we will be going to design the support, we will be going to analyze the support along with the mechanical loading and all, and then we are going to do the scissor analysis with this type of support, because in scissor also this type of support is not available or not mentioned. So critical pipeline is nothing but and it is always analyzed for the flexibility. We can't fix the pipeline or weld the pipeline at all the places, rather we give the some type of you can say a free expansion in a particular direction, and once the conditions are settling down, then the things will come to its original shape and size, or you can say it will regain its original position, right? Also this analysis is important to fix the location of the support. Sometimes we create a maze or follow some type of rule that the supports will be placed at 6 meter, or you can say more than that, and that we can do. And this will be done using the software, and we fix the location or the exact positioning of the various type of supports. Moving next to what are the various type of critical pipelines, their considerations. So 4 inch to 14 inch operating temperature is more than 175. We have to do the analysis for the same. They comes under critical category. 16 to 18 and the temperature 120. Also a kind of list by which critical lines are. We can figure it out, right? Now the lines which are connected to some type of vibrating instruments, or you can say handling steam or any type of flammable liquid, toxic liquid, jacketed, you can say reinforced plastic, GRP, this FRP. This type of pipings are mostly used for the kind of flexibility analysis, and it falls into critical guideline criteria. Now further part of the PPT will be, or you can say explain in the next video. So thank you very much.